Gaming laptops have grown really gracefully in the past few years. With the components becoming more powerful and the laptops losing a lot of weight, this is the best time to purchase a gaming laptop. Meet the Asus Strix GL503GE, a 6-core gaming beast that surprisingly won't make you regret buying it. The GL503 is built like a tank. There is really minimal flex on the screen, and the chassis itself is really solid even though it is made out of plastic. The entire laptop has a really subtle look, but Asus has made sure the gamer feel is not compromised. The angled design, light red accents and the brushed finish on the top gives the GL503 a refreshing look. The laptop weighs in at 2.6 kilograms and has a thickness of 2.4 centimeters. Now, considering it is packed with really beefy specs, the laptop can be considered not too thick. By no means is it an ultrabook or the Asus Zephyrus in fact, but you sure can't ignore the fact that Asus has really put in the work to make the laptop decently thin and not get too hot. So when it comes to the build, Asus has a winner here. I/O is another area where the Asus GL503GE shines. It has a LAN port, mini display port, HDMI 2.0, a headphone microphone jack, a memory card reader, a USB Type-C port, 4 USB 3.1 Gen 1 ports and a Kingston security slot. Now that is a generous amount of ports provided by Asus, and if you are someone who depends on external devices a lot, then connecting them won't be a problem at all. At the bottom there is a panel which reveals the internals that can be upgraded. There is an additional RAM slot where you can populate it with a maximum of 16 gigs of RAM, and you have an M2 drive slot. In terms of upgradability, the GL503 is generous, to be honest. The speakers are also good. They are not too loud, but even at the maximum volume, the audio doesn't show any signs of distortion. The display on the GL503 is a 120Hz Full HD TN panel. It has a 94% NTSC color gamut, which provides really good colors and decent contrast. By no means is it going to be as great as an IPS panel, but since this is gamer focused, it can be considered really good. But this does not mean you can't photo or video edit on this. It is just that it won't be as good as displays dedicated for color grading work. The viewing angles are okay, and there is an orange tint that appears when looking at the laptop off axis. This might be a problem when a group of people watch a movie or video. There are inbuilt color profiles that you can change using game visual, but none of them seem to fix this issue. But the main selling point of this laptop is the 120Hz display, and I must say I am impressed. With most of the games getting frame rates above 60 FPS, the 120Hz panel totally eliminates the need for a G-Sync display. Now hardcore gamers can rejoice as they need not shell out cash on a machine which might cost a fortune just for a high refresh rate monitor. The keyboard on the Strix GL503GE is pretty good. It has a key travel of 1.8mm, but the keystrokes are a little soft. Not that it is bad, but after using Dell for a long period of time, it kind of stands out like a sore thumb. The keyboard has 4 lighting zones, and the lights can be configured using the Asus Aura software. And there are many effects that you can choose from, and it looks pretty cool as the lights are uniform. The trackpad is really great. It uses Windows Precision drivers, so gestures and all other trackpad features work really well. The surface is not glass, but the tracking is still great. Satisfying clicks are registered each time you use the dedicated left and right keys. So the overall experience using the keyboard and trackpad is really good. The Strix GL503GE is equipped with the brand new 8th generation Core i7-8750H. This is a 6-core beast clocked at 2.2 GHz that can turbo up to 3.9. Now this chip usually shows up only in really costly gaming laptops. But considering that you pay half the price of an Asus Zephyrus or any equivalent laptop, this is an amazing move by Asus as they have attempted to provide this powerful chip to the masses at a relatively low cost. But some sacrifices have to be made in order to include this beast. So the GL503 is graphically powered by the NVIDIA 1050 Ti. Not that it is a bad card. but considering the amount of potential it has, a GTX 1060 could have greatly improved the gaming experience. But still, this is no slouch either. Most games run above 60 FPS at high settings. So click the link below to watch the dedicated gaming review of the GL503GE. Moving on, the laptop comes with 16 gigs of RAM. This is definitely good for gaming, but it sure won't get you really high frame rates. But for content creation or 3D graphic work, this can definitely help you out a lot. As for storage, this beast comes with a 256GB SSD and a 1TB SSHD. The SSD is fast with solid software launch speeds and really good Windows boot times. On the other hand, the inclusion of a SSHD is a welcome addition, as it is a little faster than our normal 5400 RPM spinning drives. You might think with all this power, this laptop would be an oven. But luckily, Asus has a dual fan cooling solution that provides really great temps even under load. Again, watch the gaming video to know more about the temps of this laptop. And in terms of battery life, the GL503 is really good. You get around 4 to 5 hours of battery life on light tasks that you perform, and if you are gaming, you would probably drain the battery within 1 or 2 hours depending on the game. Considering the amount of power this beast packs, the battery life is also pretty good. Last but not least, there are few useful and not so useful softwares Asus includes, and it's up to you to decide whether to use them or not. Now, the Asus Strix GL503GE is a beast. It has a really solid build, a 120Hz display with decent color accuracy, plenty of I/O for connectivity, a really great keyboard and mouse combo, and a really good battery life. Overall, Asus has done a pretty great job by giving us the GL503. Now it is priced at around 1.2 lakhs and it is not cheap. But considering the amount of performance and durability it will provide the user, it sure is a worthy purchase. Now this laptop is not for everyone. So this is purely aimed at hardcore gamers who want really amazing hardware with amazing portability. Now for hardcore gamers who cannot purchase their dream machine, which is somewhat priced around 2 or 3 lakhs, then the Asus Strix GL503GE is the best option to go with. So thank you for watching, stay awesome, and please do subscribe.